hello, everybody. Welcome in. Season 6, Week 6, Wheel of Struggle. Kylo is still out after having eaten a rotten sandwich. Unfortunately, we don't know if he's going to make it back. But hopefully someday he'll give up the sandwich and choose life. Meanwhile, while he's sick, we got Mario 3 to play, guys. Ooh, Mario 3, basically one of, if not the greatest games of the NES era. So what's our rules? Let's take a look. Submitted by Quantum Player 1. Our deadline here is the 13th of August. We'll be playing on Messen. Super Mario Bros. 3 is an almost perfect 2D platformer released by Nintendo in 1988. The culmination of the titles that came before it, it's the perfect marriage of tricky platforming, precision, and breezy fun. In fact, it is regularly included in discussions regarding the best game of all time, and is the third best-selling NES game. Third best? Third best? What outsold... Okay, hold on. Independent research. What outsold Mario Bros. 3? Best selling... Is it the... I wonder if they're counting Mario 1 and Duck Hunt because they packaged it with it. NES games. Ash, do you mind turning that down just a little bit for me, please? Thank you. It's weird having like a 5-second feedback. Best selling, yep, Super Mario, the original Mario. Let's see. No. Number 1, yep, Mario and Duck Hunt. It's Mario and Duck Hunt. Literally Mario 1, Duck Hunt 2, and then Mario 3, which I think is stupid because they packaged it with the game or with the system, so that kind of inflated it. Although, didn't they later on include Mario 3 in... Yes, they did. They did include Mario 3 later on, so I guess that would inflate that too. Because it looks like Mario 3 in third place had 18 million sales, and then the next place, Tetris, which you actually had to buy, was 8 million. So... Yeah, it's the same cartridge. At one point they combined it, but there was actually a original Mario solo, just Mario Brothers, I think, way early in the system's life. Anyway, little side hustle there. More than 17 million copies sold worldwide. Players control Mario or Luigi, who must save Princess Toadstool and the rulers of 7 different kingdoms from Bowser, that big green fella with a shell. Add in a delightful soundtrack by series veteran Koji Kondo, and you have the ingredients for a happy childhood. Yeah, there was a triple pack. Yeah, there was a triple pack. What was it called? Yeah, it was some track and field. That's what it was. Track and field. It was like it had like a gray label. Intro. Many online will argue the toss about any number of things. One of those many things being, which is the best 2D Mario? Is it World or Super Mario Bros. 3? Well, that's a heavy topic, with lots of different factors coming into play, as well as the subjectivity of the it's SMB3. I mean, I actually personally like World better, but I definitely can see why SMB3 would be just considered the best. Just look what it does with the NES limitations. It's pretty great. This is the one. Oh, baby. Overworld maps. Choosing what levels you want to play. Airships. That memory puzzle game thing. Okay, they can't all be winners. It's time for the strugglers to fling themselves, full P-level style, into many wonderful worlds of the wonderful Mushroom Kingdom as they try to yet again stop that Koopa guy, Bowser guy, Koopa guy. Yeah, it's just like pizza and tacos. And taco pizza. Just get as far as you can, as fast as you can. Hell, beat the game if you've got it in you. Well, we already know that several people have it in them. Rules. So, Scoring is done by furthest level complete and then time. And we're not counting each individual level that you complete, rather, you'll be noting the furthest level in the game that you complete. So there are certain areas where you can skip levels. Just straight up on the world map, you can go around levels. So what we're looking for is the highest number level that you've beaten. I think it's even in World 1, you can skip stages 3 and 4, right? And just move right onto the little fortress thing. So, yeah, you can just save some time right there. They are all numbered by the game itself and written on the map. Some important qualifications due to the nature of SMB3 are unlimited continues, just keep going after getting a game over, and no warping allowed. Whistles are banned. Using a Lakitu cloud or to skip a level is allowed, as are P-Wings. The back of the SMB3 box had a very different World 1 map. I didn't know that. Let's take a look. What do we got here? We're learning all kinds of things about Mario 3 today. Back of the box. No, that looks... Oh, it might be a little bit different, but I think it... Oh yeah, it is a little bit different. The lock goes to the right and then down into the fortress instead of just straight down past the fortress. Let's see if we can't find that. Hold on. We're gonna sleuth it out, guys. Mario 3 back of the box. Images. So here we have. See, this is different right here, I can tell. Because this is actually over here, if I remember right. And then this lock is like right here, and then the path goes straight down. Neat. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Kylo. No mush house. You're right. Yeah, there's usually a mushroom house right here too. But anyways, you can see here, level 3, well, this says 3, but I think 3 is actually up here, and this would be 4. 3 and 4 are right here. You can just walk right by them if you want to. So, if you're looking to save time, you can do that. If you're worried you can't get past the fortress, maybe knock out stage 4 here and claim that progress. But, yeah. Let's go back, go back, go back. There we go. Back to this part here. Whistles are banned. You can collect them. It's not a problem to collect them. It's using them that is a problem. Whistles, if you are unaware, will let you skip to different worlds. So clearly, grabbing 2 whistles and then using them back to back typically will take you right to the final world. And that is banned because that makes your run about 15 minutes long. So we're not going to do that. Just go through it normal. Go through every world. You don't have to go through every stage, but you do have to go through every world. Let's check out the manual. Yay! Super Mario Bros. 3 instruction booklet. The official Nintendo seal of quality. Noticeably missing from Sonic Genesis. Didn't meet the seal, didn't meet the standards. A message from Mario. Yeah, Stormy, that's right. Yep. If the game lets you skip stages, go ahead. Just don't use the whistle. If you want to just walk right on by stages 1, 3, and 1, 4, you can. Just get right to the fortress. It'll save you time, but you're missing out on the power-up house. So you kind of got to weigh that if you're feeling it. A message from Mario. Hello, how have you been? It's been such a long time since we've seen each other. Bowser is up to his old tricks again, so Luigi and I are going on another adventure. You're welcome to come along. This time it's Super Mario Bros. 3, the latest in the Super Mario Bros. Series. You'll experience lots of excitement as your journey unfolds. For beginners and seasoned veterans of our previous games, this one is going to be a lot of fun. Let's look at Super Mario Bros. 3 in a bit more detail. Bowser is back! Ha ha ha! These are my 7 children that are going to help me take over the Mushroom World. These are Bowser's kids. We just love being mean. Yep. Who's their mom? Nobody knows. The Mushroom Kingdom has been a peaceful place thanks to the brave deeds of Mario and Luigi. The Mushroom Kingdom forms an entrance to the Mushroom World, where all is not well. Bowser has sent his 7 children to make mischief as they please in the normally peaceful Mushroom World. They stole the royal magic wands from each country in the Mushroom World and used them to turn the kings into animals. Mario and Luigi must recover the royal magic wands from Bowser's 7 kids to return the kings to their true forms. Goodbye and good luck, said the Princess and Toad as Mario and Luigi set off on their journey deep into the Mushroom World. We took 7 wands from the 7 kings. Each of us has one. Our father has instructed us to protect the wands. Birdo. Depending on what book you're reading, Birdo is a man. Controller operation. Okay, so here we go. Here's your controller. Wow. My goodness. Somebody decided they had to full. Yeah, that was out the back door. Holy cow! Somebody was opening it up down down a 25-mile-an-hour road. Anyway, control pad here up. Mario can use up to enter a door. If you press up and A at the same time, Mario can jump up out of water. If you press the A button at the same time, Mario can enter some upside-down pipes. So use that to go into pipes, get out of water, and enter doors. Down, Mario can squat, except for Frog Mario, who's always squatting. Mario can enter some pipes, and when the ground slopes, Mario can slide down it, except for Frog Mario. And then left and right, you can walk left and right. If you hold B while you walk left and right, Mario will run. I remember watching my grandma and my aunt play this game, and they absolutely refused to hold B down. They just, nope, running, no. We don't run in this game. We walk the whole way. I'm like, you can hold this down and run. No, they didn't like it. A button, jump. The longer you press A, the higher Mario will jump. Swim. In the water, Mario can swim by repeatedly pressing the A button. If Mario has the frog suit, he can swim by using just the control pad. If you use the A button, Mario can swim even faster. Fly or float. After using the A button to jump, Tanuki Mario and Raccoon Mario can fly or float for a limited time by pressing the A button repeatedly. You gotta get a running start to do that. Super jump. When Mario jumps on an enemy, he can jump very high by pressing the A button. Press and hold. B button. Accelerate. Pressing the B button while walking will make Mario accelerate. When Mario is moving fast, he can jump higher and further. If you continue to accelerate, the power meter P will increase. When the power meter is all the way to the top, Mario's arms open, a whistle blows, and the P will flash. When this happens, you can press the A button repeatedly to fly, as long as you have raccoon power. Pick up a shell. After you've jumped on a Koopa, you can pick up the shell by hitting it from the side while you have the B button pressed. To kick the shell, let go of the B button. This is very useful for breaking blocks in odd places. Be warned, the shell will bounce. Wag your tail. Tanuki Mario or Raccoon Mario can make a tail attack when you press the B button. With your tail, you can break blocks and defeat some enemies. Throw fireballs. Mario picks up a fire flower. He can throw fireballs by pressing the B button. Turn into a statue. That's why I played a bit yesterday. I find once I play a bit and have a feel for it, I get more out of the manual. Oop, little connection dip there. Sorry, guys. I always get like one little dip. Turn into a statue. Tanuki Mario can turn into a statue for a short period of time by pressing the B button and down on the control pad at the same time. While Mario is a statue, he cannot be harmed. I mean, there's like 2 of these suits in the whole game, and they're pretty well tough to get, so if you do get it, treasure it. But honestly, personally, I don't really find a whole lot of use for the statue power. You're pretty tricky with all of these new moves. Mario will be difficult to beat. I'd better report this to our dad. Select button. The select button is used to move the cursor on the title screen and on the game over screen. That's it. The start button will start your game. And if you wish to pause your game, press the start button. To resume play, press the start button again. Here's your new techniques. Holding a shell by holding the B button. Run with the shell. Kicking the shell. Notice that's going to come right back at him. Oh, this is a regular block. Never mind. It will break a block. When Mario has a tail, accelerating. More acceleration. Take off. Mario can only fly for a short time. Even more new moves. Down to, while on that, to slide down a slope. And yes, you will knock out things in your way as long as it's not like a spiky dude. B for tail attack. Will also break bricks and can open up the blocks. Up and A to get into upside down pipes. While you're Frog Mario, you can use the A button to make him swim fast. Frog Mario does swim faster than normal Mario. This is the first time I've met up with Mario. I'm studying his moves very carefully. Moves you already know. How pipes work. Maneuvering in the water. 1, 200, 400, 800. Hit from below to knock him out, and jumping out of the water. These are all moves from Mario 1. Why did her shoes say that? Oh yeah, her shoes are talking. It's her shoes control the body. It's like a brain slug, but different. Yeah, the Tony Hawk manual, I kind of feel like you gotta have the manual up while you're playing, just for some of the goals, just so you're like, okay, I need to do this trick. How do I do this trick? Okay, let's go. Alright, how to play. There are 8 kingdoms in the Mushroom World where Mario's adventures take place. Each kingdom has its own map. Mario can choose any road, but on the map, there are a lot of points that you can't pass if you don't clear an action scene. At the start of the game, you get 5 players. The number of Marios remaining 4 will be shown. In this game, there are places where you can get power-up items and even get extra Marios, 1-ups. You must get the Royal Magic Wands back from Bowser's 7 children. The title screen will appear if you press the start button while the game is in the demonstration mode. On the title screen, you can select a 1-player or 2-player game using the select button. If you press start again, the map on World 1 will appear and your game will begin. Aha, Mario and his friends must be getting very nervous now. I can hardly wait to meet up with him. This time it's the wand talking. So, something that came up, I believe it was Hex, played in 2-player mode, using both Mario and Luigi to progress. I don't really recommend doing that, because I think all that did was just cost him time from transitioning between player and player. It's not explicit that you can or can't do it, but I would just say stick to 1 player. You'll be fine. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. How to play the 1-player game. This is the World 1 map screen. As you can tell, this is a little bit different than the one we looked at on the back of the box. Move Mario to the square with the 1 in it and press the A button. This will make the action scene for World 1-1 appear. So yeah, as you can see here, here's 1-1, here's 1-2. You can just walk right past these and go down to the fortress. So you have a clear panel, meaning this one's been beaten. The start panel, where the level start, or where the world starts. Locked door, this is unlocked when you beat the fortress. There's the mini fortress. Here's your world number, your remaining lives, your power meter, your score, your time remaining, your number of coins, your cards, Hammer Brothers, Fortress, Spade panel, this is the card game, Toad's house, get power-ups, and action scene panel, and then Mario. Mario starts from the start panel. Action scene panel, these are your levels. Mario gets defeated while in an action scene, he'll be put back on the world map. Here's some blocks you can break these with Super Mario by being big, or by having a tail, or with a shell. Question block, something interesting is bound to come out, so these have items and coins and shit. Switch block, when you touch this, something strange will happen. Blocks turn to coins, coins turn to blocks. Jump block, if your timing's right, you can jump very high. Yes. These act like little springboards. There are several other types of blocks too. Coin. Gather 100 coins and you'll earn an extra life. This gather a 1-up mushroom, you'll gain an extra life. Starman gives you temporary invincibility and plays a great little tune. Super Mushroom changes Mario into Super Mario. Super Leaf changes Mario into Raccoon Mario. Fire Flower changes Mario into Fire Mario. There are many more surprises that aren't listed here, like Frog Suit. Gain more power by gathering items. So Mario becomes Super Mario with the Super Mushroom. The Leaf will turn him into Raccoon Mario. Fire Flower turn him into Fire Mario. And then you can go back and forth between the two by picking up the opposing power-up. These are basically your main two power-ups you're going to be getting. Lifts. There are several types of lifts. Rail lifts, they travel along that line. Rotary lifts, these things spin, so be careful. Hey, Shorty, welcome in, bud. Donut lift. Yeah, these things will fall if you stand on them too long. Directional lift, I think these are like in 2, maybe 3 levels. But the ones that have the arrow just go in that direction. The ones with the little light bulb here, if you jump on them, they will change direction. They go left, up, right, and then back to up, and then back to left. At the end of each scene, you'll find a goal. In the goal, 3 kinds of cards, Mushroom, Flower, and Star, will flash. Jump up and touch the goal to grab a card and clear the level. If you get 3 cards, you'll get an extra Mario. If you get 3 cards of the same kind, you'll get even more extra Marios. So 3 mushrooms will get you 2, 3 flowers get you 3, and 3 stars will get you 5. Cards are displayed at the bottom of the screen. At the end of an action scene, a bonus is added to your score depending on how much time you have left. Any enemies remaining on screen when you touch the goal will be turned into coins. Beware, the following are deadly. You lose 1 Mario when you're touched by an enemy. If you're Super Mario, you won't lose a life if you're touched by an enemy, you just go back to being ordinary Mario. If you're Fire or Raccoon Mario, then you go back to being Super Mario. If you do get hit, Mario will flash for a few seconds. During this time, he is invincible. You lose a life when you fall into a hole or into fire, or if you run out of time. So these are the clear panels. This means that these are levels that you've beaten. These are the spade panels, so this is where you play the little matching game, where you can get extra lives. You can also just, like it says here, you can just walk past it. The end mark spade panel, so this lets you play a little card matching game to get power-ups. The mini fortress and the locked door. So the mini fortress is a level that has a little mini boss, Boom Boom. Stomp on his head 3 times. Make sure you don't stomp on his spiky, because after you stomp on him once, he puts out spikes and then goes back to normal. If you beat him, you unlock the door. The reason that this is a thing, that this matters, is that if you get a game over and have to start the world over, the locked door stays unlocked. The levels will go back to being unbeaten, but the locked door will be unlocked. Toad's house. Mario can get some useful items in here. Stand in front of a random chest and push B to get an item. Hammer Brothers, so just a little quick fight of the Hammer Brothers, beat them up and you can move on. You'll usually get a power-up afterwards. I think you always get a power-up afterwards. You can use items that you have stocked on the map screen. While on the map screen, press the B button to display the items that you're currently holding. Choose the item you wish to use by using left and right on the control pad and activate it with the A button. If you have more than one screen full of items, you can use up and down on the control pad to flip to different screens. You can collect a maximum of 28 items. If you pick up a 29th, it will take the place of the 28th. So that's probably not going to happen. You're likely not going to grab 28 items throughout your whole run. It's pretty hard to fill up the item box. So yeah, the mushroom to get you to Super Mario. The P-Wing, Quantum's favorite here, just gives you unlimited flying for 1 level. You can literally get in the level and more or less skip the whole thing. Fire Flower changes you in Fire Mario. Starman gives you brief invincibility at the start. Super Leaf changes you into Raccoon Mario. Frog Suit to Frog Mario. Tanuki Suit to Tanuki Mario. The Cloud, this lets you pass over 1 level, so you can just walk past it. Anchor stops the airship from moving. Good luck getting it, because there are only like 2 of them. And honestly, they're kind of pointless. If the airship is moving, it just costs you a little bit of time to walk over to it. Like, whatever. Magic Whistle teleports you to other worlds. These are banned. Music Box makes the Hammer Brothers fall asleep. And the hammer will break rocks on the map screen, so you can get, like, shortcuts and stuff. My goodness, this book is long. Wow, Mario sure has some neat new tricks. I hope we can stop him. Fortress is the end of the fortress in World 1. The king has been transformed by one of Bowser's kids. You must retrieve the Royal Magic Wand. So the Guardian in World 1, you must jump on his head 3 times to defeat him. If you don't succeed in defeating him, the airship will move to a different place on the map screen, chase it, and challenge him again. When you do defeat him, you get the Magic Wand, and you are able to change the king back to his human form. Then it's on to World 2. Run out of Marios, you get a game over. You can push continue and keep going, that's fine. You have unlimited continues. The only thing is, all the levels you've beaten will be undone, but the mini fortress will stay destroyed. We're not doing 2-player game. So here's your 8 kingdoms. You have World 1 is Grassland. Pretty easy level. World 2 is Desert Land. It kind of amps it up just a little bit. Makes things a little spicier. World 3 is Waterland, and in my opinion, the worst world. World 4 is Giant Land. In my opinion, the best world. I like this one a lot. World 5 is Skyland. This is where stuff starts getting real tough. Iceland. I honestly don't remember a lot about Iceland. Pipeland is super tough. And then obviously Darkland is where Bowser's at. How far can Mario go? I hope he doesn't make it this far. Dad has many complicated tricks waiting for him in the Darkland. I've even heard about some new weapon that Dad's been making. So here's the enemies. You have Paragoomba, who throws out little micro Goombas. Paragoomba can hurt you. Micro Goombas won't hurt you, but they will make it tough for you to move and jump for a temporary amount of time. You can push A button to get them. And just keep trying to jump and they will get off of you. Parabeetles, you can ride on these guys. You step on them, they start flying higher. Fire Snake jumps around. You can destroy these with the tail or with a shell. Maybe not the tail. I know you can do it with a shell. Fire Chomp, he floats around and shoots fire out of his mouth. You can jump on him to knock him out. Chain Chomp, you cannot knock these guys out. They are trapped to the chain. Blooper with kids. Blooper swims underwater with children. He has the scattering blooper, whose children scatter in all directions. Cheep Cheep is a little spiky fish guy. Gelectro, don't touch him. You cannot defeat these guys. Lava Lotus, these guys are awful. They shoot out little fire things. So you kind of gotta wait and try to get past them when the coast is clear. Fuzzy Beetle, he can walk on the ceiling. If you walk under him, he will drop down on top of you. Spike, this guy is weird. He like has a big spiky ball that comes out of his mouth and he can sometimes throw them at you. Bob-omb, we know what Bob-ombs do. They explode. Rocky Wrench is on the airships and he will throw wrenches at you. You can stomp on him, but he will come back. Thwomps, we know what Thwomps do. They drop down on top of you. Oh, guys, I have to be right back. Hold on one sec. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Alright, so we got thwomps here that fall down on your head. It's a good idea to try to bait them and then go under. Roto discs here look like radioactive waffles. Don't touch them, they're invincible and they will hurt you. Boo diddly. Boo here. If you look at him, he will cover his face and won't move. But if you turn around, he will try to advance on you. Hot foot. He usually stays on the candle, but when you get close, he'll jump off the candle and start walking towards you. Dry bones, a mummified turtle. So no matter how many times you stomp on this guy, he will come back to life after a brief wait. Stretch. He's a ghost that hides under the floor waiting for anyone to come along. So he just kind of goes back and forth along these little bars that they haunt. Here's Boom Boom. He's the guy that you jump on 3 times to defeat him. Are you eating my yogurt? Oh my goodness. So you gotta stomp on him 3 times. After each time you stomp on him, not only does he get faster, but he'll have a little period where he's on the ground with his spikes out. So you gotta time it just right to jump on him again. We have the Venus Fire Trap. Also, this piranha plant emits fireballs, so they shoot them in your general direction. Here's Patui. It's spike, but as a piranha flower. They can walk back and forth, and these balls will go up and down. So you gotta try to time it to jump under or over the ball without getting hit by it. The walking piranhas, these small flowers jump up when Mario gets close. Some of them can move around. These guys are the worst. Munchers, they wait quietly for Mario. They're invincible. No attacks can hurt them. They basically act as danger floor. If you take damage or you're invincible, you can walk right on top of them. But there's no way to defeat them. Here's your Hammer Brothers. You have a Boomerang Brother who throws a boomerang which will come back. They can throw 2 boomerangs at the same time. Fire Brothers, they will shoot fireballs at you. The Sledge Brothers, I love these guys. They're big boys and they will jump up, and when they land on the ground, the world shakes. And if you're on the ground when they land, they'll freeze you for a little bit. They also throw hammers. Quite an exciting game, isn't it? I'm glad to know that we have such powerful enemies helping us out. We have more guys helping us besides these, but don't tell Mario. Aw, look at this. To Mario's players. Thanks for selecting Super Mario Bros. 3. We've been working hard to make this game even better than Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2. In addition to the action scenes, we've added a world map on which you can plot your progress as well as play a new 2-player game. In Super Mario Bros. 3, you will find many more hidden things than in the first 2 games in the series. We think that you'll find it much more challenging as well. Have fun. Yours truly, Mario Staff. Do not use with rear or front or rear projection TV. What? Do not use a front or rear projection television with your NES games. Your projection television screen may be permanently damaged if video games with stationary scene or patterns are. It's warning about burn-in. Huh. Memo for notes. Compliance with the FCC. 90-day limited warranty. A little bit out of date. Nintendo. Alright. That was a big manual. 49 pages. It's really spaced out though. There's not a whole lot of like wall of text. A lot of diagrams and stuff. So big book though. Alright, after that, let's look at our setup. So, we'll be running this on Messen. You can go to messen.ca, click your appropriate download there. From there, you'll go to your local game distributor and look for this icon here. You want the NES, Mario Bros. 3, Europe, Japan, USA, they're all the same. Well, other than language, they're all the same. And then once you have Messen open, you'll just hit File and Open. It's pretty easy. And you'll just navigate to wherever you downloaded Mario 3 to and get it running. Alright. With that said, Let's move on to everybody's favorite segment. No matches last week, unfortunately. Let's see if we can't get a few this week. Get my notepad up here. All right, guys. I went back through the list here and added a few names that were missing, so we should have all 28 people so far on this wheel. So let's see who we're getting today. 2 weeks ago was Mega Man Soccer, everyone's favorite game. Ash coming in 10th place. For 9th place we have, looks like Fiona. I mean, you've played Mario 3. You can do decent, I'm sure. Kylo taking 8th means that we are going to have a lot of fast completes coming in the next week. Quantum, who's already done his run and did less good than Kylo, somehow... Oh, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Quantum, no. No, it does not make sense. Quantum doing better than Kylo does not make sense. They both already submitted. Little Quantum riggery there, taking an hour off his time, I'm sure. 6th place, we've got, looks like Wugga. I feel like Wugga said he doesn't have a whole lot of experience with Mario games, so we'll see if he can't just tap into his natural gamer instinct. Becky F for 5th place. Oh, there's Rafegall, who's also already turned in his submission. A lot of people eager to get to Mario 3 this week. Also somehow beating Kylo, even though they both already submitted. It's starting to look like Kylo just got time penalized. False 0 for 3rd. Yep, 2 hours. Jace Invader coming in 2nd. And our top spot is going to who? Boomst. Mr. Matthew Internetthew. Alright, so 10th we have Ash. 9th we have Fiona. 8th Kylo. 7th Quantum. 6th Wugga. 5th Decky. 4th Rafe. 3rd False 0. 2nd we have Jace. And 1st place is going to go to Mr. Matt. Which, if he can do it in like an hour, then that would put him up in 1st. And he's only got a limited amount of time to stream. So, all right, everybody. That's it for this week's Pre-3. Catch us again next week. And I believe Kylo is on the mend, so he might be back with us next week. If not, I have no problem talking to everybody by myself. That said, best of luck, everybody. Don't forget that Tony Hawk ends on Wednesday, so get your skating in, get it all done. You only got 3 hours for Tony Hawk. Unless you're Ash, then you have given up and you've decided that game is not for you, and you're moving on to Mario, which is also fine. So, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. Best of luck to your submissions, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.